Hey guys, welcome to my channel and Fitness Friday with my friend Jen here.
My hair okay?
Yeah, your hair is beautiful.
I had to say it.
Okay. So, today is just going to be Q&A. I had a bunch of questions come in, so these are your questions and I got the answers for you. So we're just going to get started. Fasted cardio, is it good or bad? And I personally like fasted cardio. I believe in it. I think it's effective. I think it works. Some people don't like it. I guess people have different experiences with it. I personally love it and I think it's very effective. I don't do it all the time in the off season. I do it when I'm in training. So some of the good stuff about it is that you are you're tapping into your fat and you're actually using fat for energy. So you're burning fat better than doing it in the middle of the day when you've had the fuel and everything. So when you're during the day, you have to burn the fuel that you've taken in before you tap into your fat stores. So I personally like it. If you do have problems with it or you're concerned that you're burning muscle, you can always take some like BCAAs while you're doing it, or even just a little bit of protein is not going to mess up the fasting. In my opinion, there might be some scientist out there that says I'm wrong, which is totally fine. But in my opinion, and from my experience, if you just take a little bit of protein or sip on BCAAs, you'll be good to go and you won't be burning your muscle. So that's that one. Recovery, let's see, recovery and amounts of workouts a day. This question says on fitness TV shows, they work out 4 hours a day. When does it no longer become productive? Well, recovery. So recovery, I say that 24 hours. You need at least 24 hours before you train again. How many workouts in a day? So it depends on what kind of workouts you're doing. If you are going into the gym and you're doing legs, in the morning, can you go back in the evening and do arms? Yes. Now, I don't know what fitness shows we're talking about, but you have
they're probably thinking like Biggest Loser, where they're working out like all day. But that is TV, so you got to remember that.
And yeah, I'm not sure exactly how Biggest Loser does it, but I'm sure that they're breaking, fueling, and going back, and that's kind of an extreme.
It's an extreme weight loss show.
But other athletes, there are some like bodybuilders and stuff, and that work out for hours and hours. You have to understand that there's things that they are doing that helps them recover faster, and they can do that because it's all about recovering. If you're not going to recover, you are causing stress on your muscle, and it has to recover for it to build. People think that you're getting big in the gym and all that stuff, when really you're growing after the fact, when you're resting, when you're eating and recovering. So you have to recover or you're not going to build.
Because you're breaking down your muscles when you lift, and so if you're not recovering that, it doesn't have time to build and grow. So that's why you do need that rest.
Shrink. So that's that. Let's see. Okay. So this one, I hope I answered that other question well. What do ladies wear under the workout pants? I feel like I live in workout clothes these days. I used to think if there was cotton inside, then no underwear was needed to avoid the lines. I realized that silky and workout pants don't work. My pants were falling down. Is there a secret?
Ooh, going commando. A lot of people go commando, huh? Ooh, that is quite a personal question at what we wear. I think I'm not gonna. Shelly, what do you wear since you live in workout clothes?
I do live in workout clothes. That's what I'm in right now. Okay, this is going on the web.
I do not go commando.
I don't either.
I just feel too free. Some women probably do.
Yeah. I know a lot of women that do, but I personally just don't do that. I think it's kind of. It just shows too much. I'm all about keeping things a secret.
You know those yoga pants, they're see-through. Those women know what they're doing.
So I personally wear underwear, but I wear thongs, so there is no panty line. I hope that answers that question.
That's
and the other tip I would say is high-waisted pants. If you're having a problem with your pants slipping down when you're squatting or just working out in general, get the high-waisted ones. I love them, and you don't have to go out and spend $100 on your pants. You can find high-waisted pants at a lot of places.
What are your favorite pants then? If she's having issues with it sliding down, so what would be your favorite pants?
Honestly, I'm, you know me, I'm not a big fashion guru, but I like Balance pants. I think they're really good, and they have a high waist, and they're really stretchy. I have huge quads and a big butt, so it needs to stretch, and they're high-waisted. I love those pants. I do like the new Victoria's Secret pants that came out. I think they're super comfortable. They have a high waist, and they have a little pocket on the side to put your phone. So I like those. What about you? What are your favorite ones?
I feel really like the lights. I feel like a ghost right now. Sorry, off subject. My favorite though are Under Armour. I know it's kind of probably like cliche, everyone uses Under Armour, but I find that those fit a lot better. Or I'll go to Marshalls because they're cheap.
That's
the
right.
90 degrees are
yeah, I like those too.
I am going to try some new ones online. I have tried Gymshark. Wasn't a fan of one of their styles, but they do have high-waisted that I hear are amazing right now. So you could try them. There's tons of them out online. So a lot of people like Lululemon. However you would say that, I'm not the best. I bought some of those and they weren't high-waisted. So I might try those. So you might just go out there, try some.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so that's the thing about the underwear and the pants. The next question is, how many days a week do I train legs? And in the off season, I train legs twice a week, and right now I'm training legs 3 times a week, and that might sound a little extreme, but I do get my recovery in between. But the way I train my legs is I train quads one day, then I train hamstrings one day, and then I have a workout with my shoulders where I just do glutes. So it's really isolation to the glutes. So it's not really, I try not to hit my quads on that day at all, because my quads are like...
That's me. I don't like to work my quads anywhere because they're just massive.
Yeah. So anyway, 3 days a week right now, and 2 days a week in off season.
Yeah, I think the least you should do is 2 days if you really need to, because that's where a lot of women struggle, is the legs. So I'd say like at least 2 days a week.
But you do need to let them recover because they are big muscles. The next question is, someone said, how do I get lats like yours? So I'm going to take that question as, how do you grow your back? And about 3 years ago, I realized that my back was probably my weakest. I think I spent so much time working on other parts, and I noticed that my back was not as wide as it should be. So I really focus on super wide lat pull downs and pull-ups wide. You'll see people do pull-ups in the gym, but they do pull-ups. Can you see my arms? Like this. I do them super, super wide to get that wide back. Is it better to do cardio before or after a workout? I love this question actually, because I get it all the time, and there's so much stuff out there on the internet about do it this way or do it that way. And personally, this is just personally, okay? I'm not a scientist. I go a little bit of facts and bro science all together and mush that all together, and then that's a perfect little answer to me. I think that the best cardio is the cardio that you're going to do. So if you are not going to do it after your workout, then do it before your workout. The only time it's going to make a super huge difference is if you're like a power lifter, or if you're going to lift for like a max, and you're super heavy. If you do some intense cardio before that, you're just not going to have as much strength as you would normally. But for the average person that's just working out to maintain, doing cardio before your workout is not going to be the end of the world. And personally, right now I'm doing fasted cardio, but I do cardio before my workout all the time. It just depends on what's going on in my day, and legs on leg day, I definitely do cardio before because, and I know that sounds crazy, but I like to warm my legs up. And so I'll do like 20 minutes of interval cardio to just get my body warm and all that. So the best time to do cardio is when you're going to do cardio. Just get it done. What are my thoughts on keto? That was a good question. So my thoughts on keto are that, what are my thoughts on keto?
I'm not a fan of it. I have a friend who put herself into ketosis and it was not a good thing for her. Long term, I wouldn't do it.
I did it, and I think that I think there's a lot of information on the internet that is super confusing. Like, I think it tells you to eat way too much fat. And so these are, again, just my personal opinions on this, that I think if you think about the way your body works and the science behind it, if you're giving your body a bunch of fat, it's going to obviously use that fat that you're giving it for energy before it taps into your body fat. So I think sometimes that the calculations of how much fat for someone to take in is too high. But again, I know that it does work for some people, and I think that it just depends on your body and how your body reacts. I did it. It is not the plan for me. It's not. I don't enjoy eating that much fat, and I enjoy eating carbs. So long term for me, it's not my thing. But I have seen a lot of people be successful on it, and I think that if you are questioning it, do the research. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to a couple different people. And I actually would recommend go watch Jerry Ward. He is from Primeval Labs, and he talks a lot about it. And I think that he's super knowledgeable. And I've listened to him talk about keto, and I think that he's a good person to listen to. Dr. Jacob Wilson, you can find him online, like he's the muscle PhD. He talks a lot about keto. And then John Gorman from First Form, I think he's super knowledgeable too. So those are like three people that kind of have the same idea, but they differ a little bit. So for me, listening to those three people and kind of taking the facts and doing your own research, if you're curious about it, do the research. Don't listen to me. Don't just listen to them. Do your own research. But those are three really smart men that I think that if you're curious about it, go check them out and see what they have to say about it. Okay? And the last question I had was, how do I stay on track eating clean? So I'm just like everybody else, and I am not always on track. Right now, I think I'm pretty much on track, but the one thing that helps me stay on track is prepping my food ahead of time. You make bad decisions when you're not prepared, so I prep my food. I try to prep once a week on Sundays, but I'm weird about my vegetables, so vegetables I usually have to do twice a week. I can do Brussels sprouts for a couple days, but broccoli, after the second day, it's kind of freaking me out. I have to, so my protein and my carbs, I'm good for a week, but my vegetables, I'm kind of weird about it, and I like them to be fresh. So, and the other thing I do is I track my food on MyFitnessPal. It's super easy, and pretty much it's like, no, not hard at all, because I've been doing it for so long. Once you get a dictionary of all the food that you, dictionary is not the right word. It's a list. Once you start putting your food in, there's like a whole list of your food. And then you just, you can tap it and it'll just go right in there, so you don't have to look anything up or anything. So that is how I stay on track. How do you stay on track?
Yeah.
You're just sitting over there looking beautiful.
I feel like a ghost right now. It just depends. Like, I stay on track with MyFitnessPal. I log my food every day in MyFitnessPal. I'm not training for a show like Shelly, so I don't have to be as strict as her.
I know, she's got chocolate covered raisins over there, and they're just like in my brain.
They're like haunting her. So I do prep my food. I do have chicken ready to go on the grill. I was at a propane yesterday. So it is what they say. If you... What is the word? Why am I like totally...
I don't know.
If you're fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So
that is very good. That could be a shirt.
It could be a shirt, and I probably is a shirt, but it's true because I come home from the gym. I've had my post-workout shake. I'm starving, and if I don't have something prepped and ready in the fridge, I am more likely to fail. I will eat something because I'm starving. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what it is. You have to plan.
Yeah. And one more thing with that is I train a huge amount of women. That's my main clientele. And what I have found is moms have different responsibilities than men. So I'm not a man, I can't speak for them, but I know that prepping for a woman is so important because if you are a mom and a wife, if you come home and you are not prepared, you're going to come home and be grumpy with your kids, be grumpy with your husband because you're out of sync and you don't have your food. You're going to make bad choices and then you're going to be mad at everybody. So to keep the love in the air, it's much better for you to be prepared. That way when you come home, your stuff is already good to go, and then you can just take care of your family and be mom and be wife and not be stressed. I hear that a lot with my clients is that when they're not prepared, they're just irritated and kind of grumpy. So we don't want grumpy mamas. We want happy mamas.
It's not good.
Wait,
that's why I don't do shows anymore, because watching my family eat their food, my one and only show I did, I remember it was peak week, and I had my boiled chicken and my asparagus, and the family was eating all their food because we would still eat as a family together. And I was watching my husband eat, and every little sound was getting. I threw my food. I was so irritated. It was just, yeah.
Yeah, so if mama's not happy.
If mom's not happy, no one's going to be happy.
So mama's got to do their food.
Mom's got to be happy.
All right, guys, so that was it. That was our questions and answers, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, like it below, subscribe. I will post all the information and how to follow Jen as well. And then we will see you guys next week for Fitness Friday.